Oh, an oil cooler too.
Put a transmission oil cooler.
Okay.
Specify. It's transmission oil cooler.
Alright, so the first thing you probably want to do if you're putting on a trans cooler is remove the front bumper. That trans cooler will not fit in here. So we went to AutoZone, which is where I got the other trans cooler, and we're able actually to find one that fits in there, as you can see, just perfectly. So now we gotta figure out, you know, how we're gonna mount it.
Yeah.
All pretty much basic stuff you can get at the hardware store, nothing special. And then we're gonna basically go from here
up to here with
there.
a piece of metal. Get some bolts, and I can bolt this one in here, that one in there. We can put duct tape and rubber all around them. You're gonna go. No, just so they don't chafe.
This part is pretty easy. You just need to find a safe, easy way to bolt the trans cooler and the brackets to some solid foundation on the car.
So this one we just bolted right into the original.
Yes, original bolt we found here.
Yeah.
An original bolt we found here, but we made it longer with washers, and we drilled out a bracket and cut it, so this would go into that. From here to there.
Yep.
The next piece of bracket. We're gonna have to shave it and
Measure
kinda
it.
custom make it, you know. Whoa. If the AC blows out, we know why.
Now, adapting all these different lines and sizes got a bit tricky, so we would need to make yet another run to AutoZone.
So we just spent like the better part of a day trying to find
two $6 fittings
two $6
because of his
fittings.
shit idea of these stupid oil coolers that you don't need.
Okay, so after a very, very long day of searching, we were able to find this 3/8 to 5/16 adapter. It took a very long time. So basically we have to adapt this line to these lines, and the way that we're gonna do that is with this little guy right here. The only other thing we gotta figure out is what inlet line goes where. You always want to run the inlet line, if you can mount it vertically, to the bottom line so it gets out any air bubbles or air pressure in there and comes out there, and then that's your cool line going to the transmission. So I believe that this longer line is the inline. So we'll adapt that to this right here, and then that will go right there.
Yeah.
So
I hope you're not hooking anything
we'll
up.
see how it goes.
Well, alright.
Once we got the correct in and out lines sorted, we just needed to connect all the lines.
Like this? We had to put transmission fittings, the transmission lines, into another type of line that goes to the oil cooler. So with the excess, we tied into the original transmission lines, and then we went into the new lines that go into the transmission oil cooler, and then we just tied the lines up out of the way so they don't chafe, so that they're out of the way, and they should be fine. And that should work perfect. We'll see how it goes.
So on the degree of difficulty to mount and everything.
It was a 7.
It was a
To
7.
an 8.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you
Okay.
think the hardest part was? Mounting?
Yeah, mounting. Absolutely.
The other thing is, this already had the lines for the trans cooler. So, because that used to go to the stock radiator. So we had to adapt the new lines from the new transcator to the old lines for the trans cooler. They weren't the same size. We couldn't find that adapter anywhere. So we had to, but overall, this transmission cooler is going to have it run much, much better when I'm tearing up the mountain or we do some rallycross events. I would bet that everything that we do to this car, this trans cooler is going to be exactly what it needs. Probably more than enough.
It will help.
Yeah, big time.